All right, so how to make a payment to the IRS if you don't have an IRS online account. You would just Google pay IRS online, and it would bring you to this payments page here. So it's just irs.gov/payments is the website for it. And then if you have an IRS account, you can go here to make a payment. We had a separate video that walks through how to make a payment there. Or if you don't have an account or don't want to log in or having trouble logging in, then you can just go here to pay now with direct pay. And if you want to schedule a payment in advance, you have to do the direct pay because you can't schedule payment in advance through your IRS account. So we'll go through pay through direct pay, make a payment, and then you select a reason. So there's a lot of reasons here, but the three main ones, the three most common ones, are balance due, extension, and estimated tax. The rest of these are very rare cases that don't come up very often. So if you're paying a balance due, so if you're filing a return and I sent you an email and says you owe such and such to the IRS for the federal tax, you click balance due, click income tax form 1040, and then whichever tax year it is, likely 2021 is the most recent, hit continue. If we're filing an extension, if you're not able to, you don't have all the information and not filing your return by the original due date, we'd make an extension payment, and that will automatically default to Form 4868 and 2021 tax year. We can't do extensions for any other tax years at this point. Or if you're doing an estimated tax payment, so for this current tax year that we're in, if you're prepaying, making estimated tax payments for that, it would go to the 1040 ES and then the 2020 tax year because we can't make estimated payments for any other year at this point. So let's say it's a balance due, 1040, and then 2021, continue, and then hit continue again. And then here is where we go through a verification process. So we will pick a tax year that we're going to verify our identity with. And it's going to go and look at our return for the year that we are putting this information in for. So let's say we're doing filing status, married, filing joint, first name, type my name right, put that in there, last name, then confirm your last name for some reason. Then they want your social security number put in and then confirm it and block that all out. Put the date of birth in there. I'll skip that for a second. And then the street address. The very, very important thing here is that the street address needs to be the exact address that was from your tax return. So if you're verifying for 2020, you need to go. We're not making a payment for 2020. They're just using our 2020 tax return to verify our identity is what's going on. So you pick 2020, and then you'd go look at your 2020 return, and you'd put that street address in exactly as it shows on your return. If it's not exactly, if the abbreviations are not the same, if something is different on there, then the IRS will not verify your ID and you can't make a payment. So if you're putting your street address in there and it's not working, then go back and look at whatever return you're verifying from and use that exact address on there. The other important thing is that the person's name that you're making the payment in needs to be the one that's the taxpayer listed on the return. The taxpayer is the one that's listed first and the spouse is listed second. So if you're filing a joint return, there'll be a taxpayer and a spouse on there. You'll want to make the payment using the taxpayer's name and social security number and birth date. Otherwise, the IRS might have issues crediting that to the account. So I'll finish filling this out, and then we'll go to this next screen here. Okay, so when we get to the next screen, then we can fill this out. We can put our payment amount. Let's say it's like $10,000, confirm the payment amount. Then you can select the payment date, which date you're going to make that payment. And it can be anywhere from the current date all the way through into the future. You can schedule them up to 365 days in advance. The tax deadline this year is April 18th. So if you're making an extension payment or a balance due payment, you want it by the April 18th. If you're doing estimated payments, those are due April 18th, June 15th, September 15th, and then next year they're due January, it'd be the 17th, it looks like, because they'd normally do the 15th, but they got the 16th blocked off for a holiday that day, so the 17th. So you pick which day that you want to make that payment. For our purposes, we'll just say April 18th, the tax deadline. Put in your routing number, account number, confirm the account number, put whether it's a checking or savings account, and then mark this to get an email confirmation. So then put your email address, confirm it, hit continue. The next screens will just verify that information and submit your payment to the IRS. So that's how to make a payment using the IRS direct pay system.